All right, everyone. So I'm recording this on a Wednesday because on Saturday, I'm gonna be gone for for pretty much the whole day. So yeah, I might not heart your comments immediately. That's not guaranteed that I'll do that because because we'll be gone for a while, and probably by the time I come back, I'm probably gonna head to bed or something. Yeah. So yeah, but on Sunday, that's when I'm gonna upload my Chick Hicks Dies meme that I wanted to upload. So yeah, with that said, um, so we have so I'm going to explain the Chick Hicks family lore. So as you know, in my Chick Hicks Dies memes, Chick Hicks is a bit of an extended family. Chick himself is not really married to anyone, so he doesn't have any children of his own, but he does have a brother named Ricky Hicks. Uh, he appeared in one of my videos on what used to be my primary channel. Now it's my secondary channel. Bit complicated, but he did appear in that Chick Hicks Dies meme where he got electrocuted by Darth Sidious during Amy Hicks's birthday. So, and he also appeared in a few Marvel Jedi's videos, and he's going to appear in another Chick Hicks Dies meme with a brand new artwork, and it's going to match what his diecast as what this custom diecast has. So yeah, and yeah, yeah. So with that said, um, so Chick Hicks, Chick Hicks has a brother, and this is actually inspired from Groovy Row Meter. I can't pronounce the actual username of him, but he actually had a car series where Chick Hicks also had a brother under, albeit a different name, and was the Dinoco racer before Cal Weathers even existed, which was Brick Hicks. Little did we know that there would actually be a racer named Brick in the Cars 3, but not a Dinoco racer. Anyway, I digress. So the thing about Brick Hicks and Rick Hicks and Ricky Hicks and what they have in common is they're both number 98, and and the and Brick Hicks, he's actually numbered 98. It's just that his decals are flipped over. So I decided to go with that, and it was pretty creative on how I did that. And realistically, his numbers is the same font as a regular Chick Hicks, but yeah. So that said, yeah, he sponsors Hidden City Cafe, which is a well-known Pixar reference, most notable in Monsters Inc. So, and I think it was one of the teaser trailer sponsors. So yeah, and he's not one of the missing 7 racers because he retired prior to the events of Cars 1, which would leave Chick Hicks to be the only sibling to be racing the Piston Cup by the time Cars 1 rolled around. So at this point, Ricky Hicks is now the father of Candace and her sister Amy Hicks. So yeah, Candace is related to Chick Hicks as a niece, and and Ricky Hicks, he did have a wife, but she passed away when when these two were really young. So yeah, so Ricky Hicks is a businessman, and and then Candace is of course the glam car, and she's also into racing. And Amy Hicks, of course, became the supposed Car Street stock car of Hostile Takeover Bank, and then supposedly got replaced by Rowdy Reverend Bush. And now what's this guy doing here? Who's this guy? And why does he have Ricky Hicks's number? Well, this guy is called Flick Hicks. He's actually the adopted son of Amy Hicks from like from the future. I'm not exactly sure on this, but I do know that at some point Amy Hicks got married between the events but prior to Cars 3. And then and of course you might notice that in my videos I ship her with a trophy girl named Victoria Lane. So yeah. So they get married and they adopted a son named Flick Hicks. And he's the B&L racer. And in my headcanon, B&L is actually Motorco rebranded. And you can kind of read by and large there. So yeah, yeah. I can't really. I might eventually paint over right where the B&L are, but that might be for another time. But I just recently finished coloring in this custom, so that's a bit of FYI. So so basically, this is the one. He's one of the other next gen racers, and yeah, there's actually 44 different next gens in the top Piston Cup roster, including the 40 canon ones. And yes, I'm counting the Cars X NASCAR series canon because I consider that like what happened in the Piston Cup after Cars 3. And they're the closest we can get to the missing sponsors. And of course, it doesn't help that Darrell Waltrip himself said that there were 43 cars in in the Florida 500 when we can only see like 35 racers, including Lightning, Jackson, and all those guys. And of course, there's Cruz there as well. So we got so so yeah, I'll get into that in another video. And yeah, but he's one of the 44 next gens that are in the top series. And and if he were in real life, he would be 20 years old as of 2023. So he would likely run for rookie of the year in this year. So yeah. Anyway, so next, I'm just gonna briefly show some of Chick's allies and associates that he's worked with in the past and probably present as well. You got the Queen's Gang, which in Cars the Video Game, Vince did imply that he was working with Chick and they were practicing with him, and they were allied with him. In fact, in Cars International Championship, I theorized that they were actually spying on Lightning Racing Stadium, because I mean at least three of these guys actually did appear in the in stadium races. So yeah, that basically solidified my case of uh of them actually spying on it prior to the events of Cars vs. Rama, because while the Cars movies never acknowledged the Cars games do acknowledge each other. Well, at least the THQ trilogy anyway. So Racerama does acknowledge the events of Mater National. So yeah, so it does make sense why they're there and not like filler character and they're and and just not just filler characters. I mean, they are kind of filler characters because they don't add anything to the story, but it probably adds some context on why they're here. And same thing goes for Snotrod, but not the other three DRH. Speaking of the DRH, so the DRH, they've been working with Chick for a long time, and they've worked with him on several occasions, being Cars the Video Game, as well as a few other expanded media. Of course, and I think their latest appearance was Cars Fast as Lightning. Well, in DJ's case, it was Cars Lightning League. But yeah. And they keep putting DJ and all this stuff, but not the other three guys. I mean, at least Snarrod is a mini racer, so that's cool. And I kind of understand why, because the original voice actors for Wingo and Snarrod, they left Pixar like a long time ago. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So these are Chick Hicks' associates and allies, and there's his extended family. So, rambling about 10 minutes about the Chick Hicks lore. Or at least the Chick Hicks Dies lore, pretty much. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.